Wow.
Okay.
How are we gonna top that?
I don't know. I think we should. We're just, go home for the.
Hey. Let's not discount the Blobber and Zlewikk. They've seen 2 duels. I'm sure they've been practicing on their challenge. But at this point, they know that the previous 2 duels of the week have been really close. And either they've gone like, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're just going to have one of us win really hard. Or they're going to rise to the challenge and be like, no, we'll make it even closer at the end of the 60 minutes.
Yes, and I mean we've done this last season, right?
Here's the thing. I think last week I claimed that Flurry had played Coptic Conquest, which he hadn't. I confused him with not. We've had Coptic Conquest on previously.
Right.
I'm not sure we've actually played Sweden as Overpowered.
No, we did because I forget who it was. Like, do you remember? It was Aldrahill and somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
Okay,
it was where Aldrahill lost to the Swedish AI, and like he would have done better if he just didn't play.
He ended up having less force limit at the end.
Yeah, if he had actually just started with restarted with 30 seconds left, he would have been.
Yeah, that
was funny.
So Red Hawk, what would be your strategy for this?
Maybe vassals this time. Yeah. Maybe vassals. Trying to get quantity.
Yeah, I think the vassals are important because they also have a base level of force limit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the subject ones do count, if I'm correct in saying that.
Yeah.
And we do have
we're both still frazzled from the last game. That was.
Well, we do have Zlewikk right now at 2 wins, 1 loss, and the Blobber at 0 wins, 3 losses. So, like, what would you tell the Blobber to do this time around? Just go for the vassals and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, the Blobber's it's not like. I feel like the 0 and 3 isn't reflective of how well he's been doing over the season.
Yeah, true.
He's definitely almost pipped to the post a couple of times. But yeah, I think Zlewikk is obviously a very strong contender. But as we saw from the previous game, literally anything can happen. So if Blobber wants to leave this competition making his mark, a win against Zlewikk is a very nice way to do that.
Exactly.
And I just want to, before we get into it and talk to the players here, one of the things I'm curious about, do you think it matters that this is a challenge that hasn't been played before? Does that mean that there's like less research to do?
Yes. I mean,
they can go back and watch the.
Go for it.
Yeah, they can go back and watch the VODs and whatnot, see where these other guys made mistakes, see if their strategies worked out, see what didn't work out, judge based on that. And I'm sure they've had a couple of practice runs in as well, so shouldn't be too complicated for these guys.
All right, and let's go talk to our players. Let's see what they've got in mind.
Even though I don't want to leave my 2 favorite casters ever. But I have some of my favorite players here instead. Zlewikk and the Blobber, welcome back to week 4. How are you guys feeling?
Well, yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a show so far.
Exciting.
We are expecting you to play a really, 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 really close game. Just so you guys know. So you know
no pressure.
You know what the expectations are. Zlewikk, how are you feeling about the challenge itself?
Well, it's gonna be hard to beat what just happened between Vennomite and Flurry. But the challenge, it seems to be easy. I mean, the strategy is easy, but I have something secret prepared, and I'm looking forward to Red Hawk and Slave trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing, because they might be surprised.
Oh, interesting.
I would love to see that. And the Blobber, what you gonna do tonight to get yourself on that board? I know you've had a lot of weeks. Yeah, you've had a lot of weeks where it's been like, that close. So
yeah, it's been good. I've been loving it.
You're this season's Ghibli Jam.
Yes.
Being very close to
absolutely.
Winning, but not doing it.
Absolutely.
In good company then.
Yes, very much so. I think that's one of the things that's kind of that's rough about this format, in that there's always one winner and one loser, right? It doesn't matter how well you really played. If you were unfortunate or the person you were playing had a slightly better strategy, it's still gonna look bad on the actual point sheet at the end, unfortunately. But we know, we've seen you play.
We know you can do it.
Do we want to put some numbers on the board for our standing armies?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Blobber, what you got for us? What are you planning for numbers?
I can typically get about 130. My record's 180 in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zlewikk. What are your numbers? What do you want to predict?
I mean, between 100 and 150 sounds good, but I'm gonna try to beat that.
Oh, okay.
That's 180. That's scary numbers. That's incredible.
Well, it's important to remember that Sweden is not overpowered.
All right, so let's let
Best
these
of luck,
guys
Zlewikk.
get prepared, and we will throw it
Good
to our
luck.
casters. Good luck, guys.
All right.
All
Well,
right, all right.
I think it's important we take a second to recover after the last game. I'll let this one build
Definitely.
in what I'm sure is going to be probably the best episode of Speed 5 of all time.
Yeah, drink
That
some
was
water,
pretty
chat.
intense, huh?
Get some snacks. Get settled down for the final duel. Well, hopefully, no one will lose to the AI this time. But
Fingers crossed.
you never
I'm
know.
also starting to
Fingers
think
crossed.
that we need a tiebreaker in case they both finish on the exact same day, because things are trending in that direction if it's getting closer and closer each time.
yeah, dude.
Right. Should we let them get
We'll
on
get
with
there
it?
when we get there. Yeah, we can go ahead and
Alright.
tell these guys to get going, man. But yeah, chat, another challenge from last season. Sweden is now overpowered. The goal is to have as big of an army force limit as possible as Sweden. Of course, once again, you don't have to start as Sweden, but who else would you start with? So yeah, both of these guys obviously starting as Sweden. We're in Zlewikk's POV right here. First, you want to get free from Denmark. Hopefully, not like Aldrahild tried to do last season, but this time with the help of allies. So, get some help from some allies, beat up Denmark, Norway, easy, start expanding, get some subjects, get quantity, and who knows what these guys' plan is, because, I don't know, man, 180 the Blobber said force limit? I'm excited to
Yeah,
see
he said
that. Something else I'm
180
excited to
was
see.
his PB.
Yeah, but 100 to 150, you know, pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder what Zlewikk is going to do that he was saying, you know, he's excited for us to see, to try and work out what he is going to do. So definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm
But,
not looking forward
yeah.
to that at all. What did I say in the second game? I said I hate it when the players, because I've been on both sides of it, when the players know something that we don't, because then we look like idiots, chat laughs at us, then the hosts laugh at us, we get threatened with being fired because we don't know exactly what's going on. You know? So, oh god, that's not a good start. If the game's been running 3
Zlewikk
months,
already
it's already...
restarting. Luckily,
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Well, on this end of things, we've got a loss of 1 stability right off the bat in the first 3 months. So Zlewikk restarts
Not
and
good.
and Blobber immediately gets -1 stability. Maybe we'll see the opposite of last game, where it was super close because both players played it incredibly well. Maybe we'll just see horrific RNG ruin both games. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking
Well,
forward to
let's
that.
see.
So what I was saying earlier in our little chat with the casters is that the subject count, right? And subjects have a base amount of force limit that they will build to, hopefully,
Yeah.
if they have the resources. So there is merit for right at the end of the game, building up as much as possible, taking your maximum amount of loans, taking all the corruption in the world, building as many as possible, and then going from there. Now, it's interesting to me because I prepped this challenge as well. Because this was one of the potential challenges that I would have had to play in my season. So I know a couple of the little tricks of the trade. I was also terrified to play this challenge because it was by far my weakest one. One thing that you can do, which is you're getting a little bit like, you're trying to balance efficiency with doing things perfectly. But you see how he has maximum manpower. His current manpower is larger than his maximum. That means it's not going to increase. You're losing 178 manpower each month. What I was doing in my games is I would constantly have units on the go that you then, at the end of each month, get rid of and play and place again, which is kind of tedious, but it means that you're gaining 177 manpower each month and banking that manpower. It's super tedious, but it means that right at the end, you can build even more troops without going too far into just pure mercs alone, because you want to be able to, at the end, hire every single mercenary and take advantage. So we'll see if our players do something like that. I would be very surprised if they do.
For sure. So the Blobber has started his independence war, huh? Zlewikk restarting. We can actually go back over to him and see who has supported his independence. It's Scotland, Poland, the Teutons, and Burgundy. And he has not declared his independence war yet. Remember, chat, he restarted after only a minute. And there is the Independence War right there versus Denmark, Bremen, Holstein, and Norway. Should be simple enough. So yeah, this is pretty much the setup. Of course, you do want to get independent as Sweden before you go on to do stuff. And I saw someone in chat saying, are they going to form Russia? No, you need to be Sweden. So as Sweden,
as
not
Sweden.
starting as Sweden.
Otherwise, it would say starting.
So,
yeah, because it is important to read the rules exactly. Again, another little anecdote whilst we're taking it chill at the start. I had a challenge against Habibi where, as Byzantium, you had to complete as many of the Byzantine missions as possible. Habibi started as the Byzantines and played a decent game. I started as the Ottomans and didn't play very well at all. Everything went wrong, but because I started the Ottomans and then flipped the Byzantines later. Yeah, so you got to be careful with the wording. So in my opinion, it's one of the best parts of Speed 5 is that you get the challenge announced to you 24 hours in advance, and then you can like rules lawyer as much as possible. But where it says as, you have to stick to.
Yeah.
In this war, I do want to quickly show off, if you want to flip to my POV directly.
Yeah, there you go.
In this war, we do see some very, very handy allies of Poland, Lithuania, just in case that union forms. Then you also get Poland and Lithuania staying in the war. You also have Burgundy, so a dominant amount of troops, about 100,000. This might be the best possible start. Maybe you could have got England as well, but that's a pretty good start over here for Blobber, and he's done well at the start as well. But I think England's quite an important nation to get in at the start. Did Zlewikk get England?
Zlewikk did not get England, no. But yeah, you do want them because of their navy. They do come and land. You can get Copenhagen with the help of England.
All right, I mean, that's the interesting part. I want to see if either of our players do this, right? So the strategy that I would recommend is going for the emperorship. If you become the emperor, you get access to all that force.
True, very true.
And you can do it. Like, it's not like impossible. Because as well as the emperor, you can get Burgundy. So the difference is between, I think, if I recall, that is what Fleury did when he beat Aldrahil. He became the emperor and got the Burgundian inheritance. So then the Burgundians also had troops, and so he could do everything at once, right? So he had the emperorship, he had all the bonuses that were associated with that, and then also had the Burgundian inheritance and had Burgundy upping his score for him.
He did, I think. Yeah. I wonder if our players are gonna try for that. Of course, we can't see any alliances to any electors right now because it's still early, right? They're still not independent. But yeah, as soon as these independence wars end, I'm interested in seeing if they'll go for some alliances.
Because the difference between something like, we do see a peace deal over here, and we see Vassat taking control at 644. The difference between this challenge and the last one, for example, the last one, as many provinces as possible, you can't manipulate the amount of provinces possible. Force limit is a modifier, and so you can alter that in a variety of different ways with little things, as we saw. Has been done previously. So that makes this challenge not quite what it seems. So the guy with the smaller nation might end up on top if he has played it to his own advantage. So what's Zlewikk doing?
Yeah, we're in Zlewick's POV directly right here. We can see that he did lose a battle or two over here to the Danes. But the war is going pretty well, man. He almost got naval superiority right here. But that Danish navy ended up winning. But yeah, we got Poland coming in here as well. Should be pretty simple, honestly. He should be wrapping this war up pretty soon as well. We can see him clicking around in some provinces right here, wiping out some of the Danish noble rebels that pop up after the start of the game. And, we'll see. What do you think? Might he steal Norway as a subject? Is he going to take the provinces for himself? These aren't very high-def provinces. But, yeah. Still not independent as Zlewikk right here. I wonder if these guys are going to push through. Oh, there we go. We got the last jousting tournament. A very nice event for some army modifiers over in Zlewick's campaign. And there we go. He's just piecing out some nations right here. War ups, money, the usual.
What's Chewy's stats right now? Is he 4-1? He's 3-1, isn't he?
3-1, yeah.
That means Chewy is joint first with Fleury. Interesting. Yeah. So Zlewikk really does need to win this. And then we have a three-way tie for first, if that happens.
Yeah.
That is going to be
interesting, very interesting.
Oh, that means that the final week's going to be pretty yeah.
What if we have can we have 3 people tied for the finals?
Then we'd have to discuss like tiebreakers and that sort of thing.
Right.
I believe it's done on head-to-head record. I'm not sure. Obviously benefits Fleury in that case. If we flip over to my POV, we do have opportunistic war being declared over here with Sapmi being taken. This is not great for Blobber. You want to see a small
Zlewikk getting an excellent, sorry to interrupt, 4 siege general from an event right there.
Oh, there it is. There he is. He's back. But you want to vassalize Novgorod to try and get back as many cores as possible. That's also going to be very handy. An opportunistic war against Sapmi, not a terrible idea either. He's also gone after Gotland. I mean, it's worth it for sure. It's one province. I'm just confused. It's a core. I would have liked to have seen more sweeping declarations, maybe against again Novgorod, trying to cut them down to size to a 1 province minor, because you kind of want to do that early, so then you don't have to handle it later. But I'm sure he's thought about that. As we see, there we go. Claim the Norwegian crown, Casbella. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, look at me, I'm Red Hawk. I got the hat. I've got the bald head and everything. But yeah, so with this stuff, you can claim the crown of Norway and Denmark and get them as vassals, which is very useful.
Yeah. Zlewikk, meanwhile, has declared that Novgorod war that you mentioned. We can go over to his POV right now and see that Muscovy has also declared on them. He did manage to nab a couple of provinces here for himself. Pretty important one, Neva, of course. You do want to get that. They're also losing to the Livonians. So, yeah, this province is probably going to go to the Livonian River. But, yeah, man, Muscovy is going to eat up... Yeah, Muscovy is going to eat up Novgorod. He can vassalize them, end up in a defensive war versus the Livonians, take stuff from them as well. It's just them, I think, versus Novgorod. Yeah, so this is also going to be an easy war for Zlewikk. And we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, no mistakes so far, man. Things are looking pretty good. He has taken a couple of missions right there. Not Swedish Scania just yet.
What's the year?
Sweden does have a pretty nice mission tree, as we can see right here.
What's the current date?
February 1449 in Zlewick's POV right now.
A1450. Yeah. So Zlewikk, despite the early restart, has caught up.
Yeah. And there we go. Muscovy has just pieced out Novgorod, as we can see right here. So all Zlewikk needs to do is siege down a couple of provinces, and he can go ahead and vassalize them. Not too much aid. Won't be fighting other Orthodox nations. He doesn't really need to pay attention to that. Unluckily, though, this fort has been nabbed by the Livonians, but doesn't matter too much.
I would say
actually, it does matter. That's their capital.
That's the capital, so we can't... Wait, how much war score does it take to vassalize them?
94% war score. I wonder if he can get that without the capital. Potentially a wrench in Zlewick's game right here.
Technically, Novgorod
even more being sieged down by the Livonians.
Novgorod could unconditionally surrender to him. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, he's gonna have to wait for that. That's unfortunate for him. Dude, the AI is really inserting themselves into these games, huh?
He can still vassalize them.
He can still vassalize them now, but the AI is starting to insert themselves into these games.
Yeah, yeah. There we go, popping up on war immediately on Karelia. And probably on Sapmi as soon as this guarantee expires.
Do you want to flip to my POV quick as you can, if you don't mind?
Yep.
So he sees your 4 siege general and sees 100 tradition general. Let's see if he's any good. He's a 2-5 with 4 siege. That's 2 4 siege generals over here. It's double the amount of siege. That's 8 total siege. That is very useful. Chat, if you don't know, siege is the most important pip. Everything else can be accounted for, apart from siege, which obviously siege ability can help, but that's sort of the whole thing. So over here we have a war for Karelia. It's not going to be able to vassalize them in this war, unfortunately, and Novgorod leaves behind a rather nasty fort to go and take. So it's not perfect over here for Blobber. We also have some rebels. This is, if you recall, man, this is exactly what did in Aldrahill, leaving these rebels up and running. That was horrible. He has vassalized Sapmi. Rather interestingly. 1 province minor vassal is not a bad plan. Probably didn't factor into it. I'm curious that he said that his best ever was 180, and Zlewikk said between 100 and 150. So Blobber, if he can play his best ever game, should be in with a really good chance here. But that's 30 difference. That's a high amount. Having said that, Zlewikk did say he had something up his sleeve. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
see how this one plays out.
Yeah. Once again, very interesting that both of our players have 4 siege generals at the start of the game, which is something that's not common at all. Zlewikk got it from a 60 tradition general estate agenda.
But the interesting thing is, over here, Blobber's got 2. 2 4 siege generals.
Yeah, he's got 2. Maybe he had the same agenda?
But then, I mean, maybe? He's got a 1-4 and also a guy with 5 shock and 4 siege. It's not a bad play. Most interesting play to go for Emperor. I would personally say the best place to go for Emperor. It does appear that we have a play for the Burgundian inheritance. Is Zlewikk doing anything to head for the emperorship?
Yes, to head for the emperorship, no, but he is also going for the Burgundian inheritance. Interestingly, maybe not because he is allied to Burgundy, but not royal married to them. So maybe that's just something he's forgetting right now. And of course, chat, don't ever accept Burgundy's royal marriage offer. It gets broken when Charles dies. You have to send a royal marriage offer to Burgundy. But yeah, no alliances to electors just yet. Only Poland and Burgundy.
Is there a strat to revoke privilegia in an hour? There is no way you'd be able to revoke the privilegia in an hour starting as Sweden. Austria, maybe if you're like really good and start doing some like Lambda or Bass revokes, maybe.
Maybe as Oirat.
Yeah, dude, I want to see Lambda playing this so bad. Anyway, so there is, interestingly over here, we do have Ansbach as the emperor. So that removes the Austrian dominance and breaks the emperorship wide open. If only.
Ooh, Blobber is in the empire. We have the add all provinces button.
That is true.
He is in.
That is
Zlewikk
true.
is
Good
not in the
spot,
empire.
My friend. That is a very good spot indeed. Excellent.
Yep.
Right. Well, you must be going for the emperorship then. Chat, for those of you who wondering why the emperorship is so important. A no CB against an Irish minor. Well, you asked for it last game and you're getting into this one.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Interesting.
Zlewikk has not joined the HRE. Meanwhile, he has
not. He can do it from the outside, but it's just very, very, very difficult.
Yeah.
He's definitely going for it. Because if you become the emperor before Burgundian inheritance and you have a royal marriage, that is golden. We did see that from Flory himself last time. Flory, do you remember how many you got? What your score was? Because we can sort of start basing it on some numbers at that point. I do also want to. I want to know what's going on with this war. High attrition.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, these ships are dead. All of them are dead. Unless he retreats back. Nope, he didn't retreat back, so they're all gonna die. Well, most of them did. That's got to be painful. That's a lot there. Flory said about 200. Okay, understandable. Yeah. So in terms of the force limit the emperor get, let me show you what you get from being the emperor. Right, there we go. So you get yearly tax income, manpower increase plus 46,000, and land force limit plus 40. Again, it's not about how much force limit you have at the end, but how many troops you actually have fielded. So right at the end, in the final sort of 5 minutes or so, we should see a big build-up of numbers. So you kind of want to fight and everything for 50 minutes, and then for the last 10, as we enter into the last, as the first quarter of the time has gone. In the final 10, you do want to focus on getting every single mercenary possible, taking all possible loans, releasing every single vassal, and then letting it go a tick so they can build stuff. But remember, because here's the thing, right? If you just release nations, then they're not going to build troops. But as you can see from Karelia, a small nation has a force limit. It will build up to a very, very small force limit, so that's another 3. These things do matter. If you do this and stay paused, obviously they can't build any troops. So you need to make sure you have enough in the bank.
Vassals count?
Yeah, the vassal troops count.
All right.
Subject nation troops count. So he's got 6 here. That would be extra. That's why Burgundian inheritance is so crucial. You get another 15 from that.
Speaking of the Burgundian inheritance, very interesting. I did notice in his Zlewikk's POV just now, well, a minute or 2 ago, he did receive a real marriage offer from Burgundy, and I think he accepted it. Which, if he did accept it, might be a rookie mistake right here from Zlewikk, because then when Charles dies, he isn't eligible. The royal marriage gets broken. So I don't know if he actually accepted it, or did he think of it and actually ignore it and send one himself, but now he is royal married to Burgundy. We'll just have to see if he accepted it or sent one himself. But yeah, while we're on Zlewikk right here, we can see that he's pretty much chilling right now. Got a bunch of claims all over the Baltic. No Novgorod vassal, by the way. No, not pushing for the emperorship, improving with the Pope. 524 here. Maybe he's gonna take
Flores said he got 297 in his run.
Well, there you go. That's if they don't beat that, they don't deserve to play. Straight up.
This man lost today. How the hell did that happen? Man, 287. 297.
You know why he lost? I'm going to tell you why he lost. I know exactly. Because he kept on pausing when you were pausing for him.
Yeah. That was on me. I lost it for him.
Yep, there
It's
you
my
go.
fault. I had Florian another
Zlewikk is
defeat.
gonna beat it.
Zlewick's
Interesting.
gonna beat it. Interesting. All right, he must have some sort of strategy. Wait, does that mean he knows what Zlewick's strategy is? Does that mean he knows?
Maybe.
Is that collusion? Are we seeing collusion? Match fixing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought we rigged it for Chewy to win this season.
Well, so far Chewy's on track. He is literally in the lead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, there you go. It's all working out.
We keep clowning on the guy, but the guy
Yeah.
he like at
Dude,
every
I got
stage
1,000
apart from that
ducats on
first
Chewy,
one.
man.
Oh man, every second, every single thing, he's plotted his way to victory. He's not done anything flashy, old Chewy, but he's been so reliable and done everything to a decent degree that he's in the lead. We can't complain. Meanwhile, we switch over to Blobber's POV as we see what he's doing.
Yeah. Blobber's POV
Zlewikk
directly.
plays
Both of our
MP
players.
95% of the time. He knows all about getting max units. Well, yeah, that is an advantage. Here's the thing. So there is a massive advantage in this competition to playing as a multiplayer player because you know all the tricks and the MPs and all the tricks and the MPs, and you know the absolute maximum meta plays. The downside is you've just played
enlistment. Yeah.
Yeah. The disadvantage is you just played a bunch of MP. That's it.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So we could go over to Zlewick's POV directly, see what he's up to. Possibly getting ready for a war with the Livonians. There it is. Actually, not the Livonians, Sapmi. And the Livonians, actually, because they were guaranteed by them.
The Sapmi in this game as well.
So,
Wait, where's Novgorod? He didn't vassalize him.
No, he did not. In fact, he full annexed them.
I've been absolutely rinsed in the chat. Laith, did you hear the crickets? They loved the joke. All right. Nah, okay. I want him banned.
It wasn't a joke.
All
right. That's it. Ban, it's Izzy.
I'm done with that. Not even a subscriber to the channel. God, imagine if they used their Prime subscription. How would that work, Red Hall?
Well, you see, if you have Amazon Prime, you have something that is called a Prime Gaming subscription, which comes for free at no additional cost if you have Amazon Prime or Prime Video for that matter. And you can go ahead and check those Prime subs right now. And you can use that subscription on the Speed 5 Twitch channel, which helps support the channel, helps make shows like this possible. And, you know, with that subscription, you can access the VODs early, go through everything you missed if you didn't have time to watch, get some awesome emotes like Laith getting fired out of a cannon, and get access to super special parts of the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, come on.
Was that my prompt? Dude, you did such a great job each time. You realize in the first like a couple episodes ago, I used to riff off with you, and now I just let you run. I'm holding you back, man. I'm sorry.
Listen, I gotta let you have the spotlight as well.
You want to? Okay, fine. You hand me the baton. I'll take it up. But I'm gonna go in a different direction than you thought.
Okay.
Speaking of the Discord, that's where we found Vennomite. Guess what he did today? Defeated Flory. So if you would like a chance to defeat Flory, to put Zlewikk in the dirt, make sure you complete the challenge all on your own accord, and then you might be on the next season of Masters of Universalis, and we may be declaring you the winner.
Yeah.
I like that. That was good. In the meantime, you want to flip over to my POV and I'll catch you up as to what's going on in Blobber's game?
Sure.
Thank you very much. Well, we have a slew of marches. Clarengard, Karelia, Stettin, Sapmin. When did he get Stettin?
Well,
okay. Sapmin
he's
and
in the
Ulster.
HRE. I guess they accepted because he's big.
There's no way he diploaded it. I don't think so. He must have. No, what? He probably did. He's got a no, he has a truce.
Are they angry? Huh.
Yeah, they're a little bit.
Maybe they were
must have
else.
released. Must have annexed and released. You know what? I'm going to check the province history button. Annex by Sweden.
Do it.
No, that's Stettin. Hang on. Annex by Sweden. There we go. Liberated. Done. That's how you figure it out.
Easy. Easy.
Okay, so I think that's the strategy he's going for. At the same time, he is improving relations with Bohemia and also England, potentially to stop a coalition from happening. Let's see.
Any alliances with electors?
Nothing yet. Maybe he's saving. Ooh, that's.
What is that from?
That's a coalition. That's a big coalition as well.
What did he do?
Well, he's been taking a bunch of provinces, hasn't he? He took Stettin, I assume because they were allied to Denmark or something, then released them. He no-CB'd over here to get into Ireland. Maybe he's overextended just that little bit. Maybe things aren't going according to his tests. You can't imagine a coalition this big was something he was hoping for. I'm not sure about that one. But it looks like, is he stacking up troops in 3 years to go against Novgorod? Potentially. Okay.
Very interesting.
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to go for emperorship.
I wonder
with
if that was
amount
part of his
resource
plans.
expansion. Surely not, right? Like, I don't... I'm intrigued. Okay. You have to assume that he's trying to build up first and then go for the emperorship, but going for the emperorship is such a rare event that I'll only happen
you
once
got to
or,
do it like
twice or
right
three
away.
times. Yeah.
You got to get the alliances unlocked right away.
Because
And,
otherwise, the
Zlewikk-
guy could die at any moment.
Yeah. Blobber is going with the vassals, right? So he's got the Diplo relations. He's already over Diplo relations, but Zlewikk isn't doing the vassal strat. He's only elected Burgundy and Poland and Goatland too, apparently. So I really wonder why he's not going for the emperorship, even though he has so many free slots. He isn't in the HRE, of course. He's now too big to enter it, probably. But yeah, both of our players chilling for now. If I go over to Zlewick's POV, I can show you that he has opened up with quantity ideas. Of course, you're going to want to finish them for the land force limit.
He's taking an idea group?
Yeah, very interesting for now.
We don't
he
have an
has,
idea group
He's
over here.
5-3-3 with tech right now. In your Renaissance, he has the Renaissance as well. Hasn't embraced it yet, though. Need about 300 ducats for that. Making money, good on manpower.
What's the year?
Not at max. Year is August 1459.
Interesting that that Blobber is ahead in time but behind in terms of the national ideas. You have to assume that Zlewikk is going to be trying to finish the idea group. We shall see.
Well, he is also focusing on mill too, so...
How much time do they get? Well, if you look to the bottom right of your screen, you can see there's only 35 minutes remaining. Should we go for a quick count? See how many they're up to right now?
Yeah, so Zlewick's at 24. Pretty simple.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'm happy for you. 35 plus 6, 41.
You can just go into the subject screen, right? To make it simple.
Huh. So you can.
All of them have 3? What is it?
14 plus... Yeah, well, no, one on the 2. So 14 plus 35, that is 49,000. So a huge lead.
Blobber in the lead
Massive.
by a lot. Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is he's literally voluntarily 9,000 over his force limit.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. He's losing 10... Well, to be fair, he's only losing 10 ducats a month. That's not bad. But he does not look he's going for the quantity strategy. Interesting. But we do see that Xpeggle subscribes with Prime.
Shout out to Xpeggle.
Massive shout out. I think he's going to be going after... yeah, it looks like April is stacking up on the board with Novgorod, probably going to be taking them as a vassal and then declaring war on the Muscovites. He is allied to the Burgundians and the Poles. The Poles having gotten the partnership over Lithuania. So it'd be interesting. I mean, I think this coalition might be... Oh, hang on. The Bohemians have left. It's the English that are now an issue. I think he's just let things extend just that little bit too far to let England get in. Potentially didn't let things... Because, okay, you can do this thing where you wait until the end of the year to declare your peace, and then... well, you know, super peace, and then you get that quick aggressive expansion tick that sometimes just gets them down below 50, so maybe missed out on that. But we do see a war against Novgorod, presumably for the vassalization. But I think it's safe to say emperorship might be off the cards at this point. If he hasn't allied them right now, I mean, Ansbach, their leader is 47, the heir
even with Ansbach being the emperor.
Well, nope, he's 17 now. Died as I was.
How's the Burgundy thing working out over there?
I mean, he's allied to him, and he's royal married them. He's 28. Yeah. If he was going for Emperor and Burgundy, he should have sped through this. And as we saw, Ansbach did die. 17. I think that's the emperorship off the table. This guy's 17, dude.
For both of our players. Zlewick's not even in the HRE. So that's a potential, additional force limit of, how much is it, man?
40.
Like...
Roughly.
Yeah. Plus 32 in Zlewick's game over here, as we can see. Plus 38,000 manpower, so...
is important, chat, because there is also a significant increase in manpower, which you can then use to create even more troops. Because right at the end, like I said, both our players are definitely, in my opinion, if they're playing properly, going to be hiring every single mercenary possible. Absolutely are going to be doing that. And otherwise, is it worth doing colonial missions in Sweden? They can make easily colonial empire. I think it's much better to just go straight for quantity ideas. if you have enough time for that.
It's not worth it. Too much of a time investment with not enough payback, I feel like, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It hasn't been tried so far, maybe with a reason.
Can he vassalize Ansbach? That's an interesting idea. To try and force the emperorship vote to happen. Actually, I really like that idea. I really like that idea. There is no way on God's green earth can he get them. Like, I don't see that happening, but it'd be very impressive. And we do see a piece, if you flip to my POV, we see the piece with Novgorod, and he turns them, probably he's going to turn them into a march. That is another couple, at least 3 they'll create, in my opinion. Stettin making 5. Interesting. Yep, they immediately do it. The issue is that these guys could declare war on him. I assume that's why he's keeping his numbers so high. That's why he's making sure that his army count is always up.
So I'm
make sure they aren't
starting to work out Zlewikk's strategy, I think.
Yeah? Flip to his POV and we'll have a look. Talk me through it.
So
I have no
if we
idea.
go over to his POV right here, we can see that he's at Miltech 3, not close at all to Tech 4, right? 130 mil points. Where are they going? Well, Zlewikk's at 40 professionalism right now. What he's doing while declaring wars on Denmark and Norway, as he just declared, he's been drilling and hiring and firing generals so he can get professionalism. Now, this has got to work into a strategy somehow, get as much professionalism as he can, slacken all the way at the end, use that manpower to build up as many troops as possible. I do think this is definitely a big part of his strategy, if not the main part of his strategy.
Oh, we did take a loss against the
yeah, I wonder how that.
I would just restart if I was him.
I wonder how having Tech 3 all the time pretty much is going to work out. He has fighting Denmark, which is at Tech 5, and Norway, which is at 4.
Well, it looks like he's going to be developing himself more than anything else. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be less concerned about outlet expansion and more about the total division count at the end. It'll be interesting to see at what point he decides that switch happens. I mean,
he does have
I like the strategy.
And Burgundy here.
We'll see. He'll presumably also add some state edicts at the end to just really maximize the amount of slacken.
You can go ahead and check them now if he has any active. He does have 4 of them already active, which are the manpower ones in the main, heartland of Sweden right here. And just activated them just a couple of months ago. Yeah. Not in all of his states, though. Not yet,
you basically can't expand, can you? Because if you lose somebody and die fighting. It is an interesting point you raise.
Yeah, but he is going to use Poland, Lithuania, and Burgundy to do the stuff for him, as long as they're willing to join. And if he's fighting anyone over here or in the Baltic, Poland, Lithuania should help out. Anyone in the HRE or Denmark or something like that, Burgundy should help out too. So he is probably going to rely on his allies for the fighting. He's going to do the sieging himself, if that is his strategy. We'll see how this professionalism racks up as we can move on to the Blobber a bit and see what he's doing.
Well, the Blobber's chilling right now because the Poles have declared war on the Hungarians, meaning that he's just going to sit back and relax a little bit. Oh, it looks like he's going to declare. He's going to fight.
Zlewikk hiring about 10 generals and firing them all. Sorry to interrupt.
Getting that slacken up. Definitely not strategy. I like it when our players pursue different strategies because it does mean we get 2 different insights as to how they've been testing it. Interesting that Zlewikk did say 100 to 150 and Blobber said 180 with their respective strategies. I can only assume that was with the emperorship though, and I can assume that 180 was probably with Bulgarian inheritance. You're not going to get it if you're constantly paused. I'm curious to see what his next moves are going to be here. It looks like because he is losing money per month. Let's not forget, and he has taken out a bunch of loans. Remember, the more loans that you take now, the fewer you can take later for that final push. So we'll see how this goes on. Take a Novgorod as vassal, not going to be pursuing Muscovy. This is a strong Muscovy in this game as well. And hopefully a strong Poland-Lithuania if he is lucky. But we do see AR Hungary not putting up much of a fight in this one. Clearly tired, needs a rest after after carrying Vennomite to victory against Lorry. God. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it does turn these guys into a march. I mean, what can he release? I don't think there's anything he can release. Let's see.
Does he have any ideas yet?
I don't believe so. No.
No.
Well, he's just saving money. He's also only getting 1 Diplo a month. He's built more troops. Interesting. Wait.
Interesting that he's building up from the get-go and not saving everything for the end.
2,000. I think he's probably waiting. He probably did that because he hit his maximum amount of manpower. He probably is doing the manpower banking thing that I said earlier, but in a very different way. Like I said, I didn't test out this kind of strategy. Bankruptcy is looming. This is not good. This is not good.
Is he occupied?
To be fair, we
anywhere?
only have 25
He's
minutes.
not.
No, but he's losing 6 ducats a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this is sort of his endgame.
Zlewikk.
Poland taking a bunch of territory down there. It does look like this is his endgame, man. I mean, okay.
And keep in mind, Chad, that this is not a linear growth challenge like perhaps the last two were, where you just take provinces. We can keep track of the numbers. This is more of a sort of a, get a setup done in like the first 50 minutes. And then the final 10 minutes, everything starts to unravel. You start building up the troops. You start hiring the mercs. You start taking out the loans. And pretty much that's where it's going to be.
Well, he has a pool
that's
of
the most interesting
1,300.
part, right?
1,300. Each one of these guys is 10, right? Roughly. So,
yeah.
He'll definitely get 100k more, but will he have the manpower and the money to be able to sustain that? So I reckon he could probably get 100k. With this strategy, he could probably get another 100k, potentially. If he's very lucky.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it because if you think about the manpower ticks, right? I'm not going to sit here and do the like whip out a calculator and do the maths because quite frankly, that's not my job. My job is to say interesting things. So I'll say something, hopefully, that you find interesting. Like I said, I think you get 100k more because he's going to keep on hitting that cap, getting another 10,000. What the hell did he just do? He just took enough. Okay, he's right. I have no idea. I got nothing, man.
Idea?
He's not banking his mill points. He's taking an idea group, and he's not. We'll see what he takes. If he takes quantity ideas, then I have no idea. Because if he's taking quantity ideas and he's not fighting any wars, he should not be taking tech. He's doing the opposite of. Well, he's kind of doing a similar thing with Zlewikk, where he's just sitting at peace. Is he taking? He's got an extra monthly mill power here. Got maximum amount of crown.
Interesting that Zlewikk is also taking a quantity, right? But he's using his points for generals and stuff like that. Ooh, there we go. Another 10 generals hired and fired from Zlewikk. Well, I can flip over to him. He's at 52.
He's going
52
to complete a time check. 25 minutes. Look at the bottom right of your screen. Yeah, that's really good. So with each one of those ticks, right? See, look, he took the manpower idea and the manpower recovery. I don't think he's going to be taking any more quantity ideas. There's no point. Because the rest of them are useless to him, right? Regiment cost barely, maybe useful, but the rest of them not really useful at all up until that final force limit modifier. But again, even the force limit modifier, I don't think it's useful if he's, in my opinion, saving everything until the last second. Then force limit modifier does not matter in this case. Yeah. Manpower does. So he's taking all the relevant manpower ideas and is just going to sit there potentially for now. For sure. So each one of those ticks gives how much? 5,600. So he has another.
Right now, 5,200. Yeah. You're talking about professionalism, right? How much you get from Slacken? Yeah, it's at 5,200 right now. By the time he gets to 100, it should be like 7k, because when he was at 40-something percent, it was at like 40-something hundred, right? So maybe it scales up like that. Maybe 100% you get 10k. I don't know how it works. So but yeah, he can get a lot of manpower from that.
You can click that button 10 times right now. Let's say he gets to his 100% professionalism. You click that button 20 times, right? Then so that's 140,000 he can do. But he has to also summon them.
Yeah.
So
he's got to wait for the time for them to recruit.
Interesting.
All of them are going to take like, what's it?
Arthur says he's probably going to refine the quantity ideas for more mill points right at the end. That is a very good point. I mean, you barely get anything back. What do you only get 10%, right?
He gets 80 mill points. That's like a general
80
and a half.
Yeah, I mean, if it's worth it, it's worth it, I think one thing I like about Zlewikk's strategy is it doesn't seem dependent on RNG in any capacity. It doesn't seem like Blobber's is either. It does.
He does have Norway as a PU, so that's 8 more troops right there.
Nice. Over here, we're gonna see. If you want to flip to my POV, I want to take you through what's been going on this front. Yeah, I believe I heard him previously reduce his autonomy, which will increase his amount of loans. So we're nowhere near bankruptcy anymore, or at least we're not on the cusp. I want to see this moment here. Does he, as he hits his maximum amount of manpower, is closing in? Does he get more troops out? Let's see. I think that's what he's doing. I heard something. Had a little tinkle of ducats. Let's see. Does he do it? Right now as well, 32,000. He's gone down 8,000 troops. He's lost 8,000 troops somewhere.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't make sense economically?
Maybe. Okay, is that his max? Let's see. Is that his strategy here? I think his king just died. No, it's not a strategy. He's chilling.
Ooh, Zlewikk getting an event for 5,000 manpower.
Nice. Huge.
Which
If his manpower is just going to tick up, he has to do something. This manpower just ticking up on its own is not good for him. Like, because he's losing out on 200 each month, which is 1,000 every 5 months, right? You fast forward 50 months, and suddenly it's another 10,000. Again, a score of 10 on the board. And then he's just losing money the entire time. I'm curious to see. Maybe the coalition did just stop him in his tracks. Maybe he's not sure how to proceed with that. He's improved relations
I wonder
with
about
Burgundy.
that, honestly.
Oh, no. Burgundy broke their royal marriage with him.
Oh, did they?
He's got has a truce with Sweden until 1475. Yeah, they broke it. Oh, because no, he refused to join the war. Why? They asked him to join a war and he refused to join. They will still royal marry him though. There you go. He gets it back. He does not want to be a war. He does not want to be a war in the slightest. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but what's the point if
he's also not taking
these provinces, you know, that our players have already taken?
Like
both have expanded a little bit.
Professionalism.
He's doing the same.
Looks like it.
Zlewick's already at 65%.
We have 41%.
Let's go ahead and actually
Yep.
jump into Zlewick's POV directly. We can take a look at both of our players are doing. You know, we don't have to just hover around staring at their stats. They can do it for us. Easy.
They can make our job easier. Nice.
Zlewikk doing deving in the copper provinces.
Always good. Look at that practice development right there.
Yeah. And now he's about to activate those edicts everywhere, as we can see increased enlistment, which gives about 20 to 30% more manpower in province. What was it?
I like
exactly?
how you've gone 20 to 30%. It says 25%. You are correct.
Wow,
it is 20 to 30%.
Exactly. But yeah, activating the state edict pretty much everywhere right now, Zlewikk. Not pretty much, actually everywhere in every single state that he has. And everything is stated, no territories, by the way. So yeah, that should help out a bit. Zlewick's max manpower is 36k right now, at 66 professionalism. Yeah, there we go.
Right now,
more deving, man.
To counter that, oh, we see 20,000. If you flip to my POV, I believe that Blobber did see that he was at his max and decided to use up his existing manpower. Probably should have been doing that a little bit earlier if that was the play. Builds another 20,000 troops. It's interesting that he's going for the slow build versus the
everything at the end.
Yeah. I've not seen this strategy with it in my tests. When I ran this, I didn't ever find it beneficial to do the slow build up. But again, if his record is 180, clearly there is some merit in that. There is also a government reform available. Strength and over privileges has already been taken, of course. Why else? But he hasn't. But why take admin tech 5 if you're not going to use
if you don't take ideas, he could at least go for quantity once.
But then why?
Just
and also, but why tech up to tech 5 miltech if you're not going to expand anywhere? These are the two questions that I think hold all of his strategy, really.
Yeah.
Less volatile. I mean, I don't know. He has got max stability, so his loan sizes are better off. He can take 31 loans. He's taken 24. He has no corruption, so we can build up those a lot. He's taken burger loans already at 1%. I'm confused. As I've remained sat me as a 3-star general. Let's go. 4-4-5-2. We did see when Flory played this, we saw a hang on, let's have a look. You build boats and then troops in this province, so you don't actually recruit them, but get to spend the manpower and always put a boat before the troops. Yeah, exactly. That's another way of manpower banking. That's actually a smarter way than my tests of doing it. So you can just maintain constantly. Oh, Magdeburg wants to get out. Let's see. Who's he? He's not going for the emperorship anymore.
Yeah, neither of
I reckon he's banking on. No, yeah, I reckon he's banking on the Burgundian inheritance, but that's not a surefire thing. Bohemia looking to end their alliance with him. Okay, the coalition has gone, I believe. Yep, the coalition's gone. Does that mean he's actually going to do something in terms of expansion?
I mean, both of our players have stopped right here in the, general Sweden-Finland area, just fighting Novgorod and some of the smaller guys out there that might pop out from them. No wars versus the Livonians, nothing versus the Teutons.
We don't have any edicts over here. Let's see. Right. Lost 2 stability there.
I think we did see a lot more conquest last time, if I'm not mistaken.
We did. Ooh.
Yeah.
It looks like Blobber's king died, leaving a 0 legitimacy ruler behind, giving him... Wait, no, he went bankrupt.
Did he? No way.
Yeah.
Is he gonna stop being bankrupt in the time we have left?
Maybe.
Well, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a bankruptcy.
Safe. Maybe he was waiting for the coalition to break. Then he declares bankruptcy, already having used the money to create an army, waiting till bankruptcy is over, then building up massively, because at that point it doesn't matter about because it doesn't tank his professionalism. So he still has 40% professionalism. So we can still do a bunch of stuff with that. Okay. Right, I think that's the case.
But what about is the bankruptcy gonna expire fast enough to where we can hire mercs?
Yeah, definitely. He's got 15 minutes. Absolutely, it's 5 years. It's not the longest. But the issue is the rebels. We don't have too many. Let's see, looming disaster of civil war. That's always gonna be painful. He needs to move these troops away. They're gonna get stack wiped. That's gonna be really bad. They're gonna turn around any second.
He's got nobles.
Yep,
and
there you go.
There it is. That's not good at all.
Oh, God. He needs to move out of the way. He needs to get out of there with these troops.
Yeah, why isn't he moving them?
He is, but he's just stacked up to 5,000 troops. He just killed 5,000 troops by mistake. No,
I don't think this is according to plan.
This is definitely not according to plan. Surely not. All right, do you want to flip to Zlewick's point of view, and I'll keep updated as to what's going on over here.
As fun as that disaster is, and keep in mind, chat, the nobles occupying stuff raises autonomy, so force limit and Manpower gets lowered and stuff like that.
He keeps on fighting him, but
Zlewikk is just chilling at 85% professionalism. Not much to say about his game. The build-up hasn't started yet. We still got about 15 minutes left. I'm thinking we'll see these guys really start to build up. Actually taking out... what's he doing? What was that right there? Building troops? Building boats?
Dude, we've said what's he doing so many times in this one.
You know what? I'm just going to go to him direct.
We have no idea. Dude, we have no idea what's going on. Our dude was so done. Bro, we have... people saying they don't think Blobber realizes he's in bankruptcy. That would be very funny. I mean, we're going to get fired. We don't know what's going on.
Nah, Zlewikk was just building up boats. Maybe he's doing that, banking strategy. Yeah,
Maybe.
Building boats in Abo and then
is he at
building
max
the
manpower?
troops.
Check what his manpower is.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
Okay,
but we can check and see right here that he is he has queued up troops for recruitment.
He's also maximizing trading favors for soldiers.
Yeah, there
really
it is.
Playing.
There it is.
I'll be intrigued to see what
if I go to my
his
POV
end
directly,
is.
we can see this queued them up over in Abo right here.
Mate, switch over to my POV. I want to show you some stuff.
Boom.
Yeah, this isn't good. Danish separatists. The Danish separatists are actually going to break it.
No way. That's chat. This is not according to plan.
There's no way. There's no way this is his plan.
If nobles enforce demands, that's like how much?
If nobles enforce the demands, which 20% everywhere. He has to
and they're
stop,
already getting more autonomy by sieging it down.
Oh, hang on. He lost another stability somehow. Did he go bankrupt again?
Nah, no way.
No, he didn't.
No, it's still the same one. But he is going to lose the...
Okay. Look, maybe there's a strategy here that we don't know about.
No, you know what I don't know about? Are we going to have two players in two different seasons of the same challenge losing to the Swedish AI?
Surely not.
Because if he just check his force limit. No. Check his force limit right now. Check his force limit.
Oh, he's got civil war.
Check his force limit.
32. He's got 20k. How much does Sweden start with?
Bruh. 14, I think, or 17. I don't know. Okay. 14, I think. Chat. How much troops And force limit, does Sweden start out with 14k force
But
limit?
okay, he did the right thing there. He accepted the nobles because otherwise the Danes would have absolutely risen up.
No, that's so much autonomy, dude.
Yeah. Because the Danes, they don't have any forts, so that was the right play.
And he's got the pretenders too. All right, pretenders aren't bad. They can give you stab.
People are asking the rebel troop count. I'm gonna say nope.
That's the same thing we were asking last time.
It genuinely was.
If you remember.
If you remember, all right, chat. I wanna just a quick show of hands. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you were here for the last season finale for this challenge when Eldrahill and Flory went at it? Oh god. I want to see. Lady Magus was here, and a 2 if you want. A lot of people were, a couple of people weren't. Nice. Good to see new faces. Flory was there because, you know, he won. All right. There's something. This challenge is cursed. I'm saying it now. This challenge is cursed.
Yeah.
Okay, he should be able to get out of this, though. Hang on, let's have a look. He should. Bankruptcy finishes in 3 months' time, just in time for him to. He needs to get on that province. Yeah, there is a big.
As much as I like to hype it up, how is he gonna get out of this, bro? He's got like 20k troops, no manpower, no money.
I'm not gonna lie. When he first went bankrupt, I did think it was part of the strategy. I'd be intrigued to know at what point it went wrong. I will also want to know if the host don't mind asking him how we got this 180. Oh god. Okay. Nope.
No.
He's lost that. Okay. I want to know how we got this 180.
Can you take his dip a bit? Hover on the dip a bit. Why is he still at?
Look how many alliances he has.
Why?
My god. I don't know. Probably to stop the coalition.
I guess.
But at the same time, like I was saying, I want to know what the strategy was to get 180. Let's see here.
Yeah.
As we enter into the final 10 minutes. He's got 0 manpower.
10 minutes, chat.
Troops.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Currently, the Sweden AI is winning.
Currently, it's Zlewikk in number 1. Sweden AI on normal
starting
at number 2.
as Sweden.
Yeah.
Do we think we'll see a restart? From no way. Oh, here we go. Because the issue is, I'm pretty sure if these pretender rebels do it, the Danes will.
He's gonna get the stab back up.
But if this lot break, then the Danes will break free, will they not? I think so.
Not sure.
Look, chat, we're all exploring mechanics together. But here's the thing: he needs to go and take as many provinces here as possible. He's also he's about to go bankrupt again.
Again?
He's close. Oh, but Desmond wants help against England. Let's see. 16 months. He should be able to siege back these Danish provinces by then. At which point, yeah, okay. So
the thing
Denmark
is, he needs to let the
free.
pretenders win and not the separatists.
You can't do that.
Right.
He can't do that because, like, whilst he accepted enforced demands from the noble rebels to make sure that didn't happen. Oh god. Oh, I think he's no longer bankrupt. I don't think. Yeah, he's no longer bankrupt, but he's got deserters. Yeah, whilst he could accept the noble rebels, you can't like accept the demands from pretenders. They will just automatically do it. But it does look like Denmark's not going to be free at least, so that's good.
Potential final war for Zlewikk right here. Let's go over and see some non-nation blowing up stuff. He has declared on Riga, the Swedish conquest of Riga versus Riga, Bremen, Hamburg, Lippe, and Lübeck. Everyone's in this war. Poland, Lithuania, actually. Burgundy. France got Burgundy because, well, he wasn't really real married to them, I think. You know, they sent him an offer. Did he accept? I hope the host asked him that. Did he send a real marriage offer to Burgundy, or did he accept the one from them? Was he eligible when it happened? But there we go. No Burgundy for Zlewikk, but you know what? None of that matters because he seems to be taking this away easily.
Do you want to ask that question, or do you want to ask about Blobber?
Both.
I want to.
Oh. Listen, we can't just focus on losing to the AI. We can't just focus on losing to the AI.
He's not losing to the AI. right now. Well, no, he is. But that's fine.
No, not him.
All right.
Not him.
Here we go. The build-up from Zlewikk. Here it is.
Yep,
You
there it
assume
is.
that
Seems
this
to be
is where
starting.
he's going from now. Right. With 7 minutes on the clock. You can see him cancel all of those. Look at that. Look at the money flow into his coffers. Look at how much cash this man has. This is going to be a huge... He's going for the record. I'm pretty sure that Zlewikk is not facing off against Blobber right now. He's facing off against Flory in the previous tournament. He's upset. He's angry that he lost the last game against Flory.
There
He's
we
here
go.
to
All
prove
that
a point,
professionalism
prove
used
he's
up.
on top. And this is it. This is going to be a huge score. Do you think, right, chat? I want a 1 in chat if you think he's going to beat Flory's record of 297. A 2 if you don't think so. And we will see from there. What do we think, chat? Cast your votes as Zlewikk aims to make a statement going into the final weeks.
Flory says
Flory
over
himself.
300.
Let's see if Flory himself thinks it's going to happen. Let's see. You don't think... Imagine something goes wrong, he goes bankrupt. And like, they win like 5 troops to 4 troops.
I'm super glad we're watching this from his POV directly, you know, seeing the actual thought process behind the build-up and all the steps that are being taken and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to production for enabling that.
Yeah, so we don't have to do it. Nice.
No, but, you know, even if, you know, I can't see him, you know, clicking all these buttons, right? That's what I'm pointing out right here. But yeah, he still needs to get mercs and stuff like that too. So,
I think the mercs
yeah,
the
man,
last
lots of
second
merc companies available. I'm checking right now. 24K, 16K, 8K, 12K, 16K, 8K. He's got 5 or 6 mercenary companies. Yeah, easy 50K from there too. Something like that. He's at 152 right now.
Last 5 minutes. I mean,
Final 5
you have
minutes.
to think, is he going to be... Okay, Gotland has been released on his side of things, at least. They're a vassal. You have to think, Gotland has 6K troops. You have to think how... No, wait, Gotland... No, they're his ally, aren't they?
No, they're
vassal.
independent.
Okay,
No,
so what's he
they're
going with Riga?
Yeah,
War
I wonder
taxes?
why he declared that.
Check war taxes.
War taxes are not active.
Okay.
Yeah, there's got to be a point
Interesting.
behind this Riga war.
Yeah, I'd be intrigued to hear that. What modifiers...
Let's check on
towards
Blobber
war?
real quick. I'm very interested.
Yeah? Okay. I mean, he's got 22k. He's vibing. The build-up isn't really
Just
happening
chilling?
here. Yeah.
All right, well, back to Zlewikk it is then.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll stay with Zlewikk until the end, and then we'll give the final reveal to see if Blobber's able to beat him.
Zlewikk at 260 something already. What was Flory's record? 270 something or 290 something?
297.
297 for Flory.
Mm-hmm. Here we
All
go.
right, interesting.
Again, Zlewikk aims to make a statement. You've
Still
got to
no
remember
mercs,
that
by the
this
way.
next week, I believe it is Zlewikk versus Chewy next week, isn't it? I believe so.
Probably,
the
yes.
Final week. That is a super important, because the winner of that goes
True.
to the final.
True.
You realize that,
True.
right? The winner of that will go to
Yeah.
the final. If Flory
A final
wins
before
next
the
week,
final.
yeah. If Flory wins next week, right, then
Yeah.
Zlewikk and Chewy have a decider to go to the final. That's great.
Oh, if a month takes over, he's going bankrupt. If a month takes over, he's going bankrupt.
Ooh, but that should be
And
fine,
he's still
right?
not finished building up. He can get about 10 more.
Yeah, but he already has the troops. The troops won't just disappear.
True, but he can't get mercs. He's at 340 right now. Including
That's massive.
Norway, 347.
Why is he paying for troops? I mean, yeah, massive.
And that's
display
it.
there.
He's calling
Huge.
it. We can see the
Yeah, he's
GG
done.
right there.
All right,
He's
well,
done.
that
Amazing.
okay. Well, don't show off how many he's got. We'll flip
Right.
to Blobber. Yeah, Bill, I haven't really started. I assume that he's got something else going on. He's still allied to a bunch of different people.
Chilling.
Yeah. We see him. He's got some troops. Some are drilling. Some are not. You see him building up at the end here. Presumably going to beat Alger Hill School, but that's okay. That's fine for me. All right. What do you think? All right, chat. What number do you think that Blobber is going to get at the end of this? as we enter into the final 2 minutes. What do we think? What do you think, chat? Go on, give me numbers. Give me numbers. 80. Oh, hang on. Bankrupt. Anything over force limit gets deleted. Interesting. Okay, I did not know that. Anything over force limit gets deleted. Interesting. Okay, 52. 420. That is... Someone said 6. Well, he's got a bit more than that right now.
Yeah.
He's going to put on like a not. Yeah, he's going to put on a score at the end. Definitely given a decent go of it. I'm surprised that we didn't see him break apart completely. He did well to definitely navigate that.
If production can give him a warning that we have 1 minute left, that would be excellent.
Yeah, just in case. I mean, we don't know what's happening in Zlewikk's game. He could have unpaused. You don't know. We're keeping you in suspense. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Zlewikk went bankrupt, chat. You don't know.
This is where you go, oh my god, what's happened? Just give that a shot. Go on.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. It's Muscovy with the no CB on Sweden right now. Poland and Lithuania refusing to come in. All of his allies declining call to arms. Zlewikk had to unpause. All of his troops have gotten deleted. He's down to 29,000 right now. Muscovy has just gotten the siege of Noteborg, St. Petersburg, by the way, and they're moving on to Abo as we speak. Zlewikk has gone bankrupt. He's officially gone bankrupt, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone bankrupt.
I'll give you a fiver. I'll give you a fiver to unpause it. I'll give you a fiver to unpause.
For him? No, I know.
Right. I'll give you a fiver.
I can't do that, can't I?
Crisp.
No,
Five crisp. What was close to bankruptcy again, by the way?
Oh, is
it? 500? You do it for 500?
Nah, no
You'll
way.
You'll spoil his game for 500. Yeah.
No. I mean, listen.
I'm just saying.
He already called it. He's already at 340. I can unpause in like 10 seconds if you want.
Nah. All right, here we go.
Listen, I may be mean. I'm not that mean.
There it is, and there it is. There's the pause.
That's time, ladies and gentlemen.
So to be as a reference point, Sweden starts with 14k.
14k.
And we see we have 25k here. Now,
boom. What about the vassals?
Okay, thanks, man. Sure, let's see the vassals. Maybe they have like 300,000. Okay.
Maybe. You never know.
8. This is painful. 14. And then we got like just 21? 21 plus 25?
46.
46. 46 for Blobber.
46k troops for the Blobber. As we flip over to Zlewikk's POV, we can notice that he has a subject with 7k troops. That's Norway. 7k.
So he's lost on the subject.
340,000 troops.
He put on sunglasses. You cheeky sod.
7. Clap it up for Zlewikk. An amazing show of skill. Not one mistake, except for that one at the start where he had to restart. But doesn't matter because
I call that
he
a
is the winner.
Statement. I would say he should be disqualified for restarting, personally. That's my opinion. That's fine. We'll leave it up to everyone.
Clap it up.
So, but yeah, hell of a game.
Flawless performance.
Could have gotten even more if we got Burgundian Inheritance. And
not as tight as last two, but super entertaining either way.
You reckon he could have got the emperorship as well? I mean, I'm really trying to pick any sort of hole. If anyone do you reckon we could ask him if the emperor strat factored into it at all, or if he was going for gun inheritance?
Yeah. Maybe the studio can ask him. Let's invite them.
That was smooth, dude. I like that.
Well, hello.
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 All right, so that wasn't as close of a game as the first two, but so Red Hawk. That was actually more. Zlewikk got more than Fleury did last season, right? Fleury was at 397? Yeah?
Fleury 297, Zlewikk 347.
That is craziness. I mean, Sweden is not overpowered, right?
No. It's like...
He made us proud over here.
I mean, I think the obvious answer why Sweden isn't overpowered is because whenever we do this challenge, we see numbers vary wildly between the different
that is really funny.
It's like it's one doing really well and the other one's just like it didn't come together.
Yeah.
What do you think was really what happened with the Blobber? Would you say?
I mean, I would say that he did go for a slow ramp up sort of style, which meant that the entire time he was paying for his troops, and so he couldn't do this big push at the end. And it did result in him going bankrupt. So a lot of the time he was sitting at 40k troops. like for sort of the first half, and then he's just constantly paying for those, and it just doesn't really pan out like that. So like I said, I'd be interested to see how he would have gotten 180, but ultimately Zlewikk, even if Blobber got his absolute best, Zlewikk would have doubled it there in quite the double.
Yeah,
I think he was a little
true.
bit upset about losing last week, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
He was sandbagging at the start.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to get into that. Zlewikk was clearly saying, like, well, 100, 150 is, I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, we're going to have to ask if he lied to us.
I mean, clearly he lied to us. We got it on tape. Like, I don't
so what was your best run, Zlewikk?
I don't think we're going to be, we're not going to ask him, and it's like, no, I had no plans for this to happen. I think he came in with a plan. He just didn't want to reveal it to the Blobber.
Which you can't blame him. I mean, if the Blobber was saying 180 and he had, 3 whatever in his back pocket, why would he reveal something like that?
True.
But more importantly, that means we have 3 players on 3 wins and 1 loss. So
it's going to be fun.
Lots to play for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
not tomorrow. Next week.
Next week.
Tomorrow, I'm pre-recording all of this tomorrow.
All right, let's go congratulate Zlewikk and ask Blobber some questions. So thank you so much, you two. We'll see you all next week.
Goodbye. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Congratulations, Zlewikk.
Thank you.
So,
I mean,
you little liar.
Yeah. Thought we were friends, man. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to get a little bit mysterious. But still, between the worst run I did and the best was between 200,000 and 400,000. So 200,000 was still close to what the Blobber said. So I just wanted to stay mysterious.
That's fair. And
even my best was short of 200, so very well done, mate.
So the Blobber, Lita's dying to know.
I accepted one early Noble Rebels acceptance chain killed my economy a couple of times. So you accept them once, then you try and lower autonomy. And then they occur again, and eventually they beat you in the face, and it just chains. No.
That RNG can eat you alive, right? So, where did you get the 180 from your previous runs?
So you eat up all of Ireland, you release all of them as OPMs. Each one of them generates about 4k each. You have maybe 2 of the Germans, Karelia, Novgorod, maybe Livonia and Estonia and Latvia, and then the rest is just you.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that's nowhere near Zlewikk, so no, very, very masterfully well done.
Yes,
I had not thought about a lot of the things that he did.
So Zlewikk, I mean, you would have even beat Flory last season.
Hey, you say that like he's unbeatable. It's clearly not.
He just
all
lost,
to play for
right?
next week. Yeah.
He has the same statistics as I do.
Yeah.
And now, so we have that 3-3 tie, Zlewikk, for leader.
Yes, we have 3 people going into next week. But there's only 2 spots in the grand final. We've been talking a bit behind the scenes, see if we can kick like a 3rd place final. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we have the resources available to that. We'll know more about that.
We'll see what happens next week. It'll be an exciting week.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see Chewie sweating already.
Yeah, he absolutely is. All right, gentlemen. So we will see you both next week, and thank you so much.
Thank you. GG Blobber.
See you.
Wow, so that was an exciting week. Craziness.
It was. We got a lot of the things we were hoping for. A very tense week 5. There's lots to play for at the top. Perhaps not as much at the bottom, with both Habibi and the Blobber losing their games there, which is unfortunate. But yes, and let's not forget, I actually don't recall all of the matchups.
I don't either. I don't know what they are, but we do have the names of the challenges.
We do have the names of challenges. Should we go through them right away?
Yes. So we have These Do Not Spark Joy, which is hilarious. Mandatory Speed.
Yep.
And Battle Pope, which we have played Battle Pope before, but it'll still be really, really fun. It'll be a fun challenge.
That it will be. That is, of course, going to be next week, same time, same channel. If you want more grand strategy, come, swing by on Wednesday at 6 when we are playing a Save the Save.
But first, our leaderboard.
Yes, leaderboard is excellent. As we can see, we now have Chewy, Zlewikk, and Flurry Worry all sitting at 3 wins, 1 loss. Vennomite is at 2-2, and Blobber and Habibi have less. That essentially means that I think, depending on the matchups, I think we might go into a tie situation even next week. And if we do, we first look at the the internal matchups. So if 2 people are tied at the top, for example, we'll see who won their matchup, and that's the person who then has the, who's above the other one, essentially.
Regardless, I think Flurry should be fine. I think.
Probably.
Yeah, I would imagine. I think that actually favors Flurry quite a bit. So, but we'll see what happens
we'll see
next week.
We'll see if Vennomite wins his game next week, because then he'll be at 3 wins and 2 losses.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Which at least I think one of the 3 wins, 1 losses people at the moment will also end up being at.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right.
It's probably not as confusing as we make it out to be, but we don't want to say anything before double checking.
But, however, if you guys would like some extra things in the meantime, definitely go to our Discord. Play these challenges if you want to be like Vennomite and have, the chance to play against these guys. Come to our Discord, go to the challenges channel, complete these challenges, screenshot them, show me in EU4 discussions, and you could be on the next Masters of Universalis playing with some of these guys. They're great.
Exactly.
And we also have some other things, especially for our subscribers in there. Come and talk to us, chat with us, and join our Discord.
One of the things I do like is that generally after the Monday challenges, the once that this show is essentially done, we have a few people sitting around in EU4 discussions and actually going over the strategies about what people did, how they did them, what could have been done differently, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in
including our players. Our players get in there and join in as well. So we are back on Wednesday with Victoria 3. That is at 1800 CET.
Yes.
It's 2 hours later than this one, and it'll be Save the Save. And I know that we have Commissar Roach is joining. And who's
Golden?
Golden Spatula is also joining. Okay, so don't miss on Wednesday. Come back, Victoria 3.
Last week, Golden used a bat.